put him on the air with us.
Are you on right now?
You're live. We're live right here, yes.
Oh.
But not on the radio.
Oh. Were we live just now? Oh, all right.
Hey, good morning, Rim Country, and big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight Program. And this morning, it is Friday, and the second and fourth Friday of every month, we highlight and put the spotlight on our Longhorns. So today, for our Longhorn Spotlight, we have the Payson High School football team, not the entire team. And if you're watching on our KRIM FM Facebook page or live, you can see we have some members of the team, and Coach Bryan Burke, have Jimmy Johnson in here, Caleb Marinelli, and Sal Sellis. Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Come on, get up to these mics. Don't be shy now. There we go. And congratulations on your victory. First game of the season, big win up in Blue Ridge. So congratulations. That must have felt really good, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It always feels good beating Blue Ridge, but winning in Blue Ridge?
In Blue Ridge, home opener, great sight.
It was a great game. The final score of that game, 17-10. You guys were up 10-0, right?
Yeah.
In that game, and Blue Ridge, they didn't roll over. It was watching the game, broadcasting the game. They were fighting out there, weren't they?
Definitely.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. And how were the field conditions up there, Jimmy?
Very slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was just on a slippery slide.
Yes.
Nothing we couldn't handle. We had our O-line was doing good, even though the circumstances were like that. So.
Something you pointed out, Sal, and I didn't realize, I just overlooked, was how many sacks.
Yeah, we had one sack, but it was he slipped. The O-line didn't give up any sacks, so.
That's right, and when you were back, I think like inside the 20-yard line or so, 10-yard line, he had a little slip there.
Yeah.
Went down, but other than that, I mean,
we didn't have any. No one touched him really from the D-line perspective. We were blocking them all, so.
Yeah.
Did pretty good.
And starting quarterback Dexter Waterman, he had to be happy about that, because when your QB isn't getting lit up, man, he's real happy about it.
Yeah, he was the only dry one out there. Everyone else was sad.
Well, wait a second.
He was sitting back there 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
Sitting there blocking, 7 seconds go by, pass protect, and look back, there's still the ball.
Well, there was one time he got dumped a little bit on the sidelines where that was one of those, I know, great job with penalties too. There were very few penalties in the game, which for the first game of the season, this is for you, Coach Burke, first game of the season, that's what you really like to see is a low amount of penalties, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the ref crew we had did a great job. There's some goofy stuff going on with the clock, obviously.
Oh my
gosh. We were told they hired a clock operator 30 minutes before game time, and that was it.
They paid that person?
I don't know if they might have held his check after the game, but it was there were some challenges there, but overall officiating wise, I thought it was pretty good on both sides.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm always a fan when they keep the flag in the pockets. So playing a football game and for the conditions being as sloppy as they were, obviously, offensively for both sides, it was tough to get a whole lot of stuff going. Defensively for us, we executed really well. Outside of some footing issues, things like that, we had some encroachments which we had to get better at this week. I think we just about spotted them the whole drive, where we had 4 or 5 on that long drive we had. But all in all, we were really impressed with our kids' demeanor and toughness, and being able to come back and respond. And something about our kids, and something in their DNA that they don't like to. We like to make it interesting. Especially those region games, Blue Ridge and things. So
it's something in the water here, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's something special.
Something special.
We've been seeing each other since we were at Pop Warner.
Yeah. I know you guys have been playing together for a long time, huh? Yeah. So Pop Warner. So how old? Like 10,
4th grade, 5th grade.
It's a lot of us since we started.
Mainly 6th grade.
Yeah.
And everybody came around.
6th grade when we all kind of came together. We've been playing ever since.
Nice.
Looking to do something special this week and fun.
Oh yeah, and that must make a difference on the field because you kind of know each other, where you'll be, or kind of your tendencies, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of makes it easier. Like we're a family. We know like this is like this. I'm not letting this guy get hit. I'm blocking for him. You know.
Mm-hmm.
When I know Caleb's running the ball, he's not getting touched. He's gonna go.
There you go. You got Big Daddy over there protecting you,
Oh,
man.
yeah. And the hogs to follow.
The hogs.
Big brothers.
Follow the hogs. And speaking, watching on our KRIM Live, somebody, Michelle Marinelli, putting Go Longhorns and some hearts and stuff up there, huh? Yeah,
Mama.
cheering her boy on.
Always.
Yeah, you can hear Michelle in the stands. You can hear her, along with Rebecca
cowbell.
Waterman. The cowbell, yeah.
We were just talking the other day, our coaches, that the last time you had Michelle film for you
Yeah.
at a football game was a Fountain Hills game a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she was on the sideline, and
Yeah.
Caleb was got tackled and they pulled his pants down, and she was about 15 yards away from Caleb, and I look over and she was laughing so hard.
I never forgot about since.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
now it's a game day ritual to make sure that
Make
we
sure-
ask Caleb, you got a belt
You
today?
got the belt? You got the belt? That's funny.
Moon half the whole visiting side of the bleachers.
And the whole Facebook community.
Oh,
That's
Facebook
all
right
over
here.
there,
You know, and I think Keith Morris was
Yeah.
there, and I think he got a picture.
Oh, yeah,
he
There's
did.
a picture. There's a picture floating around.
What, that didn't get the front page of the Roundup?
I was expecting to be blown up around school.
Oh, that thing was everywhere.
Oh, that is funny. Well, going back to that Blue Ridge game, and with the field conditions, real slippery out there, something I noticed, pounding the ball with Aiden Orman.
Oh, yeah.
Pounding the ball with him. And normally, you would be getting the ball and real good at making cuts
Yeah.
and finding the hole. But that explosiveness, that was kind of negated,
Yeah.
wasn't it, with the field?
Yeah, something I needed is just good traction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the biggest running back, so I need to cut more.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just too slick.
Mm-hmm.
For our receivers too, they were
Yeah.
slipping. Our defense.
But one of the things that I saw, the coaches do, the adjustment was getting the ball to you out of the backfield passing. They utilized, the good hands and still got you the ball. And you were able to be effective that way.
Yeah.
Maybe not out of the backfield, but still a part of that offense and moving the ball. And that's something that you guys did really well on offense, moving the ball. I know it all starts with that O-line. And if the O-line doesn't get the quarterback time or creating those holes, then nothing's happening on offense.
Definitely.
So, and then Dexter making some good passes, receivers.
Oh yeah.
That catch by, who was that?
Wyatt Ashton.
Wyatt Ashton.
I was gonna say
Golly.
something about that catch.
Yeah.
Why it's always
That wasn't even the planned play.
What?
We were supposed to run it. It was like 3rd and long, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
Check to a throw.
We were just like, you know what? Check it. Throw that ball up.
So how does that work on the sideline, Coach? When there's a, well, there
We
was a
do a
run.
timeout, I
There was a,
think.
We
there was a
have
run play.
there's certain looks that are built in that are if they show this look, we'll go ahead and give a shot. So it's not not just completely made up. But,
Yeah.
and they Coach LeBlanc had a
Yeah.
plan going in. We gave him out of timeout. We gave him 2 plays.
Yes.
So if we get this look, this play. If we
Yeah.
get this look, so it was a check. We had a good matchup. Wyatt Ashton's a guy that we're pretty confident just about
Oh, yeah.
any matchup. So we can go up and we throw that ball up to 12.
Yeah.
We're pretty confident there's a pretty good shot to come down with him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he, some things coverage-wise they were doing early was they were bracketing our number 1 receivers, which Gabe and Wyatt early.
Mhm.
So it was tough to kind of. That's where a lot of Caleb catching the ball out of the number 2 receiver, the slot receiver spot. Sergio had a huge game, had 7 catches,
That's right.
and really just doing the dirty work, all those 2-yard bubble routes and all those things that as a receiver, it's easy to go catch those fades and run out of the sideline, not getting contact. But Sergio getting those 7 catches probably got hit 15, 16 times there. So that's it.
Yeah.
That's those hard yards that the receivers don't necessarily go to bed dreaming about,
Yeah.
but he's a competitor, and Sergio had that late pick at the end of the game as well to give us opportunity to score. So
Yeah.
he was that was a great game for all those guys. And like I said, Dexter went 13 for 18 for throwing 153. O-line had great solid pass protection all night, and we had the ghost sack, the Casper sack, which Dexter dropped back and slipped. But but outside of that, so although we had a late fumble at the end of the second quarter, right before halftime, that just ball slipped out of our center's hands, and part of that wet ball conditioning type of stuff, But other than that, I felt like mistake-wise, we played a pretty mistake-free game for in a lot of areas. We said some encroachment things on the defensive side, but we're definitely had a lot of room to grow last week. We had a great week of corrections and things to adjust, and looking forward to a big one tonight.
Yeah. Thinking back to those again field conditions, and I hate to keep saying it, but that's the reality. It just was bad. To not have more turnovers, to not only that one turnover, that's it. The catches. I mean, the receivers had a high percentage or completion. As far as catches, they didn't drop many balls.
Yeah, Wyatt and Sergio actually took their gloves off just because their gloves were so wet on the ends. They were just so wet that they couldn't catch it. They just took their gloves off and just started going.
Yeah, and Wyatt, I know this is going back. You guys are young. Maybe Brian would remember, but Wyatt reminds me of like a football version of Big Shot Rob. Was Robert Ory? Remember Robert Ory? And the dude has like more championship rings than like most NBA players. And you would give him the ball at the end of the game, and he would make these crazy 3-pointers. I mean, he would maybe have 6 points the whole game, 10 points the whole game, if that. But at the end of the game, boom, you gave him the ball, it's like automatic three. He like daggers in the other team's heart. And that's like Wyatt Ashton. It's like, dude, you put the ball up there, and like you said, 99% of the time he's going to get it. It's crazy. Yeah, that was a real fun game to watch. And this Friday, they'll Sholo coming to town, and it's a youth night. Tell us a little bit about youth night.
So youth night, we encourage all the youth football players in town, or just I think any youth athletes in general. But any kid, middle school or younger, shows up with their school jersey, their team jersey, we'll let them in for free. And we absolutely love, and these guys talked about them playing since they were in third grade or whatever. Part of the great community that we have here is these guys were the ones watching these games when they were in third grade, second grade, whatever. So we want they're passing this on to the next generation, and we talk all the time like, hey, when we're out doing the rodeo parade or the parades or anything like that, all these kids coming up and getting their wanting to get an autograph, or wanting them to throw them candy, or coming up and wanting to get a picture with them, and that was these kids not that long ago. So I have it's pretty awesome seeing the kids out there playing football and stuff. When we're taking care of our business, so we encourage it.
You guys ever watch film or see film of this guy playing?
A little bit.
A little bit? Oh, yeah?
Stash that.
The Burkenator?
It's locked up.
It's locked up? Well, it's good. We got someone on here, Clifford Lane, watching in Illinois. And Cliff came out, visited us a little while ago. He's family, right?
He is family, yeah.
He's family, and he's always
number one
watching.
supporter. KRIM's
Oh,
number one
yeah.
supporter.
And watching in Illinois, saying, looking forward to watching the game tonight. Get you some Longhorns. Watch the hard count. And then I love Christina here, Christina Burke, talking some smack online. They're grilling up some cougar meat tonight. I love it. And also Barb Underwood, saying love our Longhorns. Tasha Miller, can't wait to tailgate for the game tonight. So RVM3 out there tailgating. And also, Michelle Marinelli said, I have that picture of Roundup once. Is that what you got texted on your phone? Or you
I could have pulled it up.
You could have pulled it up?
I can
Oh,
still.
man. And Coach is like,
It's about
smacking,
2.5 seconds.
Get your phone. Put your phone away. It's like in class. Put your phone away. You can't have that out. What are you doing? So Cougars tonight. It's a home game. I mean, you guys got to be excited for that, huh?
Oh yeah.
We're stoked.
Yeah.
Having had Sholo home our whole varsity career, so
Really?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So-
So first time. And now, just so we know, Jimmy, you're a senior, right?
Yeah, I'm a senior.
And you're a senior, Caleb?
Yeah, senior team.
Senior, so 3 seniors. So this is it, man. This is it. And, last time we played Sholo, the first time and last time, we
Yeah.
play them at home here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys gotta be, you'll be pumped up.
So it was kind of goofy that year with COVID because
Yeah.
we finished our 2-year block, which we played Sholo at Sholo,
Yeah,
and then the COVID year, which we just repeated that same home and away schedule, and then last year we started a new block. So basically, like Blue Ridge, we had played home 3 years in a row. Sholo, we had played at Sholo 3 years in a row.
mm-hmm.
So, so those are the only 2 region games we have. But the way it worked out is that, Snowflake, we had played at home for 3 years. We haven't played at Snowflake in a long time. So
Yeah.
it just, so this is the first, where we kind of broke up that weird, that COVID year was
Yeah.
kind of goofy scheduling wise. So, like I said, 3 years in a row we got to play Blue Ridge at home. And
Mhm.
so us going and taking care of business in Pine Top last week, that was big because that was the first time we've won in Blue Ridge in a while.
Yeah.
Since I think it was 2016, I think last time we won in Blue Ridge.
I remember that game. Jason, Patrick couldn't do it. Jason, Court, and I up there,
Mhm.
and oh man, what a game!
Yeah, that was
And I just remember
that was the first time in like 30 years that we
Yeah.
won in Blue Ridge. So that was there's a lot of uniques to this year in our
Mhm.
schedule and stuff. So like we talked all week, but Sholo's tough to play at Sholo. They're a tough
Yeah.
team to play anywhere.
Yeah.
Playing in the parking lot, they're a tough team.
Yeah.
But they're one of those teams that play very well at home.
Mhm.
So we in 3 years in a row we were traveling to Sholo. So it's the first time they can play on our
Yeah.
turf, and so our boys will be excited. So.
Oh yeah. And tonight's game, a whiteout. So if you're coming to the game, dress in white. Let's have the stands just all white out for the game. Old Brian Bowman going to be announcing at the game, so he's going to bring the energy. Golly,
He
that
brought the
dude is
energy.
Yes, sir.
He spoke with us this morning.
Oh.
He spoke at our breakfast this morning, and tell you what, he's
Nice.
already fired up. So it's not going to take much to get his blood boiling tonight.
He'll be fired up. He's probably over there throwing tires on vehicles, putting air in, jacking. He's lifting up the vehicles. They don't need
Yeah.
jacks today because
Yeah.
Brian's just lifting up the
Squatting
vehicles.
them.
Yeah.
Deadlift.
Yeah.
He's fired up.
He's
And
like,
then,
put it on, put the tire on.
we got Dickie and RV3 doing a tailgate together, and if you know Dickie, man,
Oh man,
he loves these tailgates, and so
Yeah.
expect good food and loud music and
And cougar meat on the grill.
cougar meat on the grill. So
Awesome.
we got, man, I tell you what, our community, every piece of our community comes together, and
Mhm.
the beautiful thing about Payson and Longhorn football is that these guys put in work year round.
Mhm.
Caleb's been showing up since December, running routes and stuff, and I've been driving these guys since December, January time down the valley and doing O-line training and all the work that goes year round that these guys put in.
Mhm.
It really shows up, and especially on our game days when the entire community shows up and
Mhm.
supports and shows all the love to them. So
Yeah.
we're absolutely blessed. These guys put in a ton of work. We're excited to see the product we put on tonight
Mhm.
and continue to put on each week. So
Yeah.
this is and these guys have kind of alluded to this is 10 years of making for them that they've played together.
Mhm.
And they play. The reason we are always in tight games and we thrive there
Mhm.
is because we talk about being a family, and you guys love each other and they play hard for each other. So
Mhm.
and they do that. They play hard for the community as well. So
Mhm.
it's really important. It's part of our core values is that we're going to be out in the community and be community leaders. And these guys throughout the week, while preparing for Winslow, we had them setting up the wall
of heels,
wall of heels on Wednesday, and there's a bunch of old tire guys out there doing stuff, and we brought the whole busload on Wednesday and set up. We had to leave. We had a hard time to leave because the boss only lets us take off so much of school. So that's a priority. But so we had a hard time to leave. But those 3 hours we were there, we got about half it done in about an 8-hour workday typically for that to get done, and we got about half it done in 2 hours. So we're pretty happy with these guys. So I just tell you, I'm proud as heck of these guys and all the work they put in so far, and like I said, the products shows up every week, and you guys see the games, you guys see the scores, you guys see them perform, you see the highlights and stuff. But I encourage you guys that if you see them walk around with a football shirt, strike a conversation, because we got 85 kids in the program. We got 85 outstanding young men that go above and beyond. So we're proud of them, and we love them, and they love each other, and they love this community. So
it's a great thing. And I want to go back with the O-line. You mentioned going down into camps and working on offensive line skills. How much of a difference has that made?
It made a lot. I feel like kind of like leaning into the hit, not like stepping back. Pulling our punches, basically just punching him in the face every time, not pulling back, and just going at it hard.
Did you notice a difference like in the Blue Ridge game, first game of the season, and putting some of those techniques into action there?
Definitely, especially a lot from last year. Just kind of makes things a lot easier, kind of knowing more. Because I would say we're pretty small for an O-line. Like a lot of our guys are smaller. Yeah. But we were able to get a job done with just technique. And strength.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like some of the young guys we were bringing down there, it helped them learn a lot faster, get the concept in their head on how the technique works out, and how you're supposed to move your body through the movements.
Yeah, because that's what it comes down to. It's not so much size, but more so technique. And you don't have to be the biggest one out there or the strongest, but if you have that technique down, you're going to win every time.
Yep.
So that's really good. And Caleb, so senior year, oh man, it's great. And running back tonight, hopefully it should be nice field, good conditions,
expecting good weather.
Yeah,
Grounds will be pretty good to run on. So
I know.
Our field's a little better.
So I bet you're excited about that. It's having that slippery field again, hopefully, but dry and be able to go out there and really perform.
Yeah, I can't wait. Got these guys right here opening the gate for me. Run right through them.
Hey, there we go. Well, again, it is the one thing, and I want to say, since Coach Burke, you've been there with these guys, is kind of the attitude. Just like a great attitude, that never give up attitude, always competing and never getting down. I think one of the things you mentioned when you were in here last year, maybe a couple years ago, but it's next play, focus on the next play. What?
1-0.
1-0.
We always got to go 1-0.
1-0. So it's don't think about what happened. Don't think about what happened. Who cares? You can't change that. But now it's the next play, and here we go. And you really see that, like on the field. You guys always fighting, always in there, never giving up, never getting discouraged too. And that's real big, because if you get discouraged, down on yourself, then you're beat right there. You're beat. But the fact that you guys keep fighting, keep going, you can really see it. You can see it when you watch the games, and it looks great. It's very encouraging when you're watching, and you're just like, yeah, come on, you can do it.
Yeah, we love to scare our coaches.
The game's close.
Keep them close.
Yeah, well, come on, a blowout now and then. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, look at that freshman team.
They're stepping up.
That's an upcoming. That's something.
So 44-0 against Blue Ridge, and now 29.
It's our next legacy right there. I believe in those guys.
Man, yeah. So come on, a little spanking like that for you guys to do that. Come on, it wouldn't hurt your
No,
coaches.
those guys are really on their game. They got their little squad going.
Yeah.
They're building their little family. I can see it's reminding me of us.
Of you
Our
guys, huh?
family.
And what you guys have built over the years and everything.
Yeah.
So, and you guys, how inspiring, like Coach Burke mentioned, I mean, you guys now are inspiring them. You guys, they're watching you. They'll be at the game tonight in their uniforms and stuff and watching you guys. And, they see the family that you have and how you're protecting each other and how they're fighting for each other. And that just inspires them even more. So it's really cool, to see that legacy. And to see it continue in the program. So, awesome job. Hey, that is great. Yes?
So speaking of that, it kind of, I really started pushing that a couple of years as far as the youth side and about, these guys remember this. When I first came back in 2017, my first season, we talked about doing the homecoming parade and things like that, and Trey Glasscock and Corbin White and a couple seniors on that team reminded me that, hey coach, I remember in high school seeing you with a mohawk come up with and telling his dad, hey, I got to see the Mohawk man and stuff. So, but that kind of
got to see the Mohawk.
Yeah, I'll get it going.
We had a Mohawk last year. But yeah, so it was that kind of was eye-opening for me. Is that the beautiful thing about this community is that people don't forget this. For your kids, they don't forget this. And I can tell you, when I was that age and thinking of the guys that were lighted up on Friday nights, and when I'm showing up to games, and we got Waylon Pettit on our staff now, but I remember when I was way younger than Waylon and showing up to games, because he's an old man now, but showing up and watching guys like him and Tyler Williams and Mike Barr and things like that. So it's the community piece to it, the youth side to it is really special in this community. So I hope Waylon's listening here. He's got to hear him say that.
Watching online, Angel Galindo, he's like, bring out the Burke videos for inspiration. Oh man,
Maybe old, but he can still
Clifford,
move 2 plates like it's nothing.
Clifford Lane also saying, lead by example. Great leaders make great teams, and that's what saying how you guys being leaders, not just on the field but in the community. Being out there and being an example, and showing that those leadership qualities, then that's going to translate to good things on the field. So you're really, I think, seeing that now. So there we go. And the Mohican, the Mohawk, man. Mohican needs to. Yeah, you got some good hair, man.
Yeah, I did it last year.
You did it last year?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it this year.
Our first game at Yuma, our first playoff game at Yuma Catholic, I did the Mohawk.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably grew back in like 3 weeks or something, right?
Just Travis and Coach Burke did too.
Oh yeah?
Well, it started with Travis. Travis Christensen. Travis Christensen started with Mohawk, and then and then we had, I don't even know what the deal was, but at some point somebody said that I made a deal that we made the playoffs. I think at that point we were like, we were like 3 and 4, and I was like, oh, you know what? I don't know. We got playoff picture's looking pretty bad right now. And then also we started winning some games at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to get Mohawk.
Yeah.
So no deals this year. We got high expectations.
Oh, that's funny.
So.
Hey, so game time tonight, kickoff 7 o'clock, but there's going to be a tailgate in the parking lot there, RBN3, Dickie, Tasha, the whole family there, and everyone else with RBN3 grilling up some cougar meat, hamburgers and hot dogs too. But so it'll be a great time. And youth night, white out, but the students get in, no charge if you're wearing, I think, your gear, right? Your uniform or Longhorn gear, get in, no charge. Who else? Brandon Marinelli. I heard Caleb volunteered to get a mohawk.
We'll see about it.
We'll see. I hope you guys can make it out tonight. If you can't make it out, or if you are somewhere else in the state or in another state, You can watch it the live stream on KRIM Facebook page or YouTube channel, and we're proud to stream the Longhorn football games. So, guys, I know you'll do great tonight.
Oh, definitely.
There you go. And thank you so much for coming in this
Yeah.
morning.
Thanks for
Thank you
having us.
Thanks for having us.
You were so welcome. Thank you, Coach Burke,
Hey, thank you.
bringing the
It was a pleasure.
guys in. And thank you, everyone, for listening. And also, I want to need to mention Lowry's Window and Door, sponsor of our Longhorn Spotlight Program. So a big thank you to Faith and Bobby, big supporters of the community and youth athletics in the community. So thank you to them. Time to get back to the music with some Psychedelic Furs, ELO, Tears for Fears, and more. But first, a quick update from the National Weather Service.
All right.
There we go. All right.
How's it going?
Imagine driving.
Oh.